Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Pisces, I have a feeling this is going to be a very interesting reading. So I sat down, getting my cards ready, kind of getting into your energy, looking at pretty Pisces in the card here. And all of a sudden, this song came into my head, which I haven't heard. Actually, I started listening to some like old songs the last few days of different older artists. And it's a Billy Joel song. And it's not one of his more, I guess, famous ones, but I think he did. I think it was a hit. And it came into my head and I kept hearing just the chorus part. I thought, I need to hear this whole song. And then I thought, oh my God, I need to look at the lyrics. So I'm reading the lyrics like, wow, this song is so deep. This is so deep. So I'm going to read the lyrics to you. I might break out into song when I hit the chorus because it's so soulful when he hits the chorus. Did I tell you the song? Honesty, yeah. So, okay, this is the song. I also feel like you're asking something of me. Like you want me to be dead honest with you in this reading. Like don't hold back anything here, Cindy. So, just saying. Okay, this is the song. If you search for tenderness, it isn't hard to find. You can have the love you need to live, but if you look for truthfulness, you might just as well be blind. It always seems to be so hard to give. Honesty is such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Honesty is hardly ever heard. And mostly what I need from you. I can't, he has such a, I love his voice. It's so masculine. I can always find someone to say they sympathize if I wear my heart out on my sleeve. But I don't want some pretty face to tell me pretty lies. All I want is someone to believe. Honesty is such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Honesty is hardly ever heard and mostly what I need from you. I can find a lover, I can find a friend. I can have security until the bitter end. Anyone can comfort me with promises again. I know. When I'm deep inside of me, don't be too concerned. I won't ask for nothing while I'm gone. But when I want sincerity, tell me where else can I turn? 'Cause you're the one I depend upon. Honesty is such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Honesty is hardly ever heard and mostly what I need from you. You're kind of like special. If you want, I'll give it to you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you if you have a booger from your nose. I'll tell you if you look great today. It's such a passionate song. Anyways, that's like, I sat down, like, all I could hear was honesty. It's hardly ever heard. I'm like, okay. So, there we go. I'm going to close that now to distract myself. Oh, here's the other thing, Pisces. I can't see me. I can't see the screen. I've turned my phone around so that when I'm doing the readings, I'm really like into the cards. I'm just trying to like even more so fine tune my craft here. I do apologize if I hold the card up and there is a bit of reflection and you don't see it 100%. The most important thing to me is just what's coming out of my mouth and what I'm reading. Yeah, so are you ready? You've asked me for honesty here, so let's do it, Pisces. It is general. It may or may not resonate. If it does resonate and you're drawn to it, there is an extended. The link to that is at the top of the description within this video. We're starting with the Divine Animal Oracle. And then I'm going into my Tarot de la Nuit. Okay, Pisces. Wow, that's coming out quick. One card, and what do you have? Power. Honesty probably really is true empowerment. I can't tell if there's a reflection on that. I've been watching some of the other videos I've done since I turned the camera, and there is some reflection, particularly on these ones. This is such an interesting card. This came out in Capricorn, and I'm getting a similar message. Boy. It's kind of so profound. These messages are getting so deep and so profound lately. Okay, so with this card, there is, like you see, there's like a portal here. And there's a stag out in the portal. Now, this goddess, she's almost coming through to me right now as like the feminine equivalent of Anubis. So there is a gate for you to pass through, a gate for you to go through. The only way you can get through this gate is with a pure and honest heart. That's the only way you can get through this gate. And she's intense. Of the story, I can't remember what her name is. Should I look it up? The name of this goddess. You've asked me for truth here, so on some level, I want to give you some clarity. And oh gosh, there's a book of it. Okay, I'm not gonna read you the full story because it takes a bit. I have it recapped in my brain, but just the name of this goddess, if you would like to, you know, search it up a little more yourself, and you can go more in depth with it. Because it's coming out for you. It's also about betrayal, because this goddess felt betrayed by someone. Oh shit. How do I say that? Servade? Just a second. I think that they don't. Yeah, okay, anyways, I don't know if you can see that. Cervide. Servade. Can you see that? See, I don't know. So, she was sort of like her powers, her mysticism, her magic was discovered in the forest. And a hunter discovered her. And she basically sort of said, if you can keep my powers a secret, if you do not betray me, you can be free. And like, you know, you can have abundance and you can have wonderful things in your life. But if you do betray me, that's a bad, bad thing. So, and I almost want to say like it's karmic. You could just say it's karmic in a sense. It could be just depicted as a karmic lesson. So if somebody, I guess on some level it was vulnerability from her end, this goddess, and see how the energy plays out. Because for some of you too, Pisces, being Pisces, you guys are so dreamy and optimistic and pure and loving, like when you're born into this world. And I've met some Pisces that are pretty toxic. One of my first like long-term boyfriends was a Pisces, and he had, after I got to know him, he had some real big problems. So anyways, like, but this is but I think because when hard things can happen to this sign, because you are also very mutable, you almost absorb it and you feel it to your core. So this betrayal thing could, like, maybe you are this, and it is about taking your power back. But I do feel like there's a portal for you. And so, okay, so there's just so much coming out. Let me keep it in a straight line. Okay. This goddess allowed the hunter to go. But it was almost like immediately as soon as he got back to his hunting group, he told them what he saw. So he betrayed her. So she immediately turned him into, I guess, the stag. And then his hunting dogs and all of his friends went after him and hunted him down. So, because he did not stay true. I mean, he was given this opportunity of something beautiful and wonderful, but he wasn't true to it. So I think that's also important. So how I was trying to keep this in a straight line, because where I wanted to go with it after I said everything I just said, was that I do believe that there is some sort of a portal, an opportunity for you, some sort of new venture. It does feel like to me, well, we'll see where it goes. It likely has something to do with the heart center, because this is where you're measured for your purity. Things that have happened in the past, to not allow those to be carried forward into the future, because it won't allow you to go through the gate. Don't become overly mutable if you can help it. I know your sign is mutable and very watery. Stay true to who you are. Be honest. Honesty is such a hard thing to find. Everyone is so untrue. Don't let this affect how you navigate through life, because going through these portals and having these really divine opportunities are only really reached by the purity of your heart and continuing to be sort of like the observation point that Billy Joel has in that song, as claiming this honesty. I just want you to be completely honest with me. Yeah, and it's also too, like, just that song in itself really has a lot of that interplay of toxic femininity with like when masculinity is very healthy, and that I don't need a pretty face to tell me pretty lies. Like, just tell me the goddamn truth, right? So you have reliability and goat, and then you have transformation and sea otter at the bottom. Oh, it's interesting. It's going backwards. You have 19 and 18, from 19 to 18. Or no, actually no, it's just the way I'm holding it. Okay, that makes more sense. 18 to 19. But this came up in someone else's reading. Bear with me, because honest to goodness, I feel like my readings lately have been turned into a puzzle. And there's pieces in each reading. And I'm putting these together. I don't know what the end to the means is, or what the means to the end is here. But so this has been coming out a lot, and it's had something to do with coming out of the water, coming out of the depths, like a transformation. Water is a very natural element to you, for you, but kind of coming out of it to seek something new here. So perhaps stepping out of any dreamy fantasy world that you may have created for yourself. That is a point of manifestation for you, and it is a very strong way to manifest, is through dream and imagination, because it kind of takes your consciousness to a new level, which can take your body to it too. So not that there's anything wrong with that. I think it's really great. But reliability in the goat. I get the goat. The goat to me reminds me of Capricorn energy. I'm just hearing like when hell freezes over. Hell is about to freeze over. So something is about to happen for you that's definitely worth getting out of the water, coming out of the dream state, coming out of the illusion. All right, let me pull 3 cards on this. So right, the term when hell freezes over is kind of like, oh, that'll never happen. So something's going to happen. Something that's coming that seems very unlikely to happen is going to happen. Oh, interesting too. 11 to 12, right? 11 to 12. Really picking that up with the numbers here. All right, let's keep going. The moon, there you are. The 9 of Swords, the 4 of Swords. Is there a truth that you want to share? I'm not sure what's going on here with the 2 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. The Princess and the Frog and Cinderella. Interesting dynamic going on here. There's been something really unusual happening lately with this deck. Like, there's definitely masculine energy in here, and it's just not coming out. It's hiding. Why? That's the underline. The 2 of Pentacles, there's a choice. Balancing different aspects of your life. There's, okay, there's 2, like if we think about 2 of Pentacles, there's different aspects of your life that you're trying to balance here. But looking at, we're seeing it that it's Cinderella and she's got a clock in both hands, because on this side of time, I'm this person, and on this side of time, I'm this person. So really, who is she? Who are you? What is the honest truth here about who you are? Is this something that can be pulled apart in 2 different directions? Here we have the 9 of Cups. So I feel like there's something here about being really honest with yourself. You're such a cosmic spirit. I think, like, when I talked about healthy and unhealthy Pisceans, like, my best friend is a Pisces, and she's so healthy. And from the minute I met her, she was never, ever shy or cautious about talking about, seeing orbs and the dreams that she has and connecting with ancestral spirits and all this stuff. Like, I was just like, wow, because I grew up in an environment where people didn't talk about that. So it was almost shocking to me, like, how comfortable she was in that. And yet having an experience with a very unhealthy Pisces who had, like, substance abuse and addictions and all sorts of shit. And not believing in magic, like, not believing in magic, not believing, but I mean, because obviously, like, shutting off such an important part of yourself here. To me, I feel like if you are in an environment or a situation where you feel like you can't be who you are, really, truly, and it doesn't mean you have to come right out. Like, she doesn't come out in situations that are, not appropriate and say, I just saw an orb go by. Say anything like that. But if it's a more intimate conversation, she'll completely open up and talk to you about that. So I feel like there's definitely something here, because there's happiness on, what is it? Is it, what I find interesting is she's going up the staircase. It's like she's making a choice to sort of elevate herself and see herself in a higher light. See herself with the potential and the abundance and all the beauty that he or she has. And kissing the frog with the prince, though. I mean, the Nine of Cups is your emotional happiness, is your wish fulfillment, is manifesting with the universe. And I never noticed she's sitting in a bed of clovers. So also the association of clovers and finding a four. Oh, that's what she does have 4 clovers. So she's found something. You found something here. And it might be disguised as a frog. You found something that perhaps other people are overlooking. And you found it with the part of you that is truly Piscean. Through your intuition, through your different mind state, through your cosmic watery flow. I'm hearing you're like the dreams that come true. Because when I go into Aquarian energy, it's very cosmic, but it's cosmic on such a sword level. Like, it's clear and it cuts through, and there's no, where yours is almost like I like to think that existence is what it is because of dreams and imagination. Like, we may all just be part of God's dreams or imagination. Like, it's just, in the beauty of Earth, as precise as it runs in the systems that Mother Gaia has of herself, it's still based on beauty and artistry. It's very artistic. So this is such a cosmic sense of you, but in the dreamy, beautiful, watery state that can exist right now, where Aquarian energy can be very, in a couple of years, maybe we'll get to here, but you're here now. And there's something beautiful about you that you're trying to sort of weigh out. So I do want to say, like, you wanted me to be honest with you. I'll be honest. I've met really unhealthy Pisces and had, like, close relationships with them, and had really healthy Pisces. And if I had a choice, I would definitely go to the healthy Pisces, for sure. But there takes a sense of real strength to do that, because the world is not really Piscean. The world is not really, it's very pentacle based. It's very practical. It's very this and that, and not that and this. So it does take a level of courage to find this. And I do feel that courage is expected at this gate, because when you know your heart is pure, that's all you need to show. But I see, like, anxiety here. The moon, the 9 of Swords, and the 4 of Swords. It's like there's it's almost like it's debilitating you. Both these cards, they feel sort of debilitated. I hope there's I'm trying to do a different angle so I can see what has the least reflection when I play it back. But there's definitely a sense of debilitation. She has put her dance slippers to the side. She stopped dancing. And she's gone into her head. Maybe she's done something different in her dance. And I could see Pisces doing that. Doing something different with your dance, with your expression. Expressing yourself that has been criticized by others. Criticized by someone. And it's made you feel like not dancing anymore. What's the point? Almost like this feeling of, if I'm going to live life and express life, why? What is the point if it's not appreciated by life, the life around you? And then watching the clock tick in a fetal position. They're both curled up in a fetal position, like protecting oneself based on the thoughts that you have. Feeling let down. I'm getting the sense of just the way she's looking at the moon. She's kind of looking up like, you betrayed me. Or something hasn't worked out. And there's a sense of betrayal between you and the universe. But it's almost a call to challenge your action, to be something in a world where very little of it exists. I want to pull out cards for this. That's the one thing too. I can't tell how long these readings go. I have no idea. But I'm always conscious of that. I don't want to do like a 5-minute video and like, oh, well, I guess it is what it is. I don't think it's been 5 minutes though. So let's go to the transformation with the sea otter. It's almost like bringing this watery entity out into the open air. And the reliability. The Two of Wands. Breathing something back into life. Breathing something back into you. Breathing life back into you. The Devil. And the Eight of Pentacles. So it kind of feels like the work that you do keeps you from showing who you really are. You're trying to breathe life back into something, life back into you. Reliability. This is reliability. The Ace of Pentacles, very reliable. The Queen of Cups, there's your energy. Maybe too, a sense of always feeling like you have to be the one to help people emotionally. You have to be, like, your energy is very healing. The Seven of Wands. Something, okay, the Eight of Swords is at the bottom, like you can't move. The underline of what I'm getting here is maybe you're the energy that we've been sort of finding in the background. Why do I feel like that's happened before with you? Where I've done an entire zodiac week and then I get to you, I'm like, there's that damn energy. Like it's almost been sitting behind the scenes or it's been underlined in everyone else's. And then I start to see it here with you. So you're going through some sort of transformational process. But it almost feels like it gets stuck at a point. So what you've got here, you've got the Two of Wands and you've got the Devil. Followed by the Eight of Pentacles. Transforming, bringing life back into yourself, starting to feel like you. But then the Devil and work. Like that's like you have no choice about something. Obviously, you got to do your 9 to 5. You got to go into work. You've got these commitments. You've got to pay the bills. But that's what feels like. It's like you start to get some sort of transformation. It can almost be too like when you go on holiday and you can finally just be who you want to be, or you got a weekend or a long weekend. But, you know, then you go back into work and you have to be this other part, this other person. And then here's the reliability. Look at this with the Ace of Pentacles. So it kind of feels like like somewhere where you would make your money, somewhere where you would have like a financial foundation and stability. Good, like financial opportunities exist in this space. But look, the Queen of Cups, which is just shouting to me of you, followed by the Seven of Wands. It's like you can't be who you want to be. You have to put up some sort of a guard, some sort of defense around who this is and who you are. I feel almost like that Billy Joel song. It's like you, well, yeah, I'm wanting me to be honest with you. I try to be as much as I can in these readings. But it's almost as if you're screaming to the world, like, I want to just be honest. It is such a hard thing to find. But I feel like the world entraps me in this labyrinth that causes me to not be able to be 100% true to everyone on the level that I would like to flow. It just feels like it stifles your flow. Like you're trying to, as we all are, always trying to ascend to like just another higher level of consciousness and of, I really am going to try not to say spirituality anymore, because I really think it's important to, I'm just so tired of labels. So tired of labels in the spiritual community. I'm so tired of labels in the religious community. I'm so tired of labels in the political community. I'm so tired of labels on every level. Let's just read us, right? Like, it's your life. However you want to look at that. Whether it's your spiritual journey, it's your fucking life. That's what it is. It's your life. And how you want to be it and how you want to show up in it is held back by having a life on this planet. That's how I would describe that. There, I was honest with you. You asked for the Gemini to come out, so I swore. I really try not to do that. My son's not home right now. But I'm sure he sees things on YouTube where he gets a lot more than what I ever say. So yeah, and like here you, there's all this like laying around shit. Look at, she's laying around. She's laying around. She's laying around. Like not being given the opportunity to grow the way you want. I know the world sucks. I wake up many times. I see things. I'm like, why God? Why am I here? This planet is just too much some days. I know, Pisces. I know. Let's look at the Devil. You know, and I said when hell freezes over, but I don't know at this point. Let's move it all down. Move it all down. The Devil. The Eight of Wands and the Two of Swords. And look at this Eight of Wands. It's got like a tornado in the background with all of the wands flying all over the place and then having to blindly take a shot here. So the Devil. So wanting to communicate, wanting to move forward here, but then feeling like, oh, I'm always stuck with these two options. It's either this or that, and there's nothing in between. The Eight of Pentacles. Oh, the Ten of Cups. Well, that seems happy, though. So why does this feel so entrapped? Well, that threw me for a loop. The Ten of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles. Well, it's kind of like your happiness is there where you work or how you put your work in. Maybe the work you're supposed to be putting in is your emotional happiness. Your emotional fulfillment here. That's how to identify where perhaps you can finally grow into who it is that you want to grow into and ascend to the level that you would like to ascend to. Right now, there's a portal sitting here, and it feels like there's things sitting around you that literally, like if you push them away, to find this purity and this honesty to walk through the portal, like everything around you would collapse. It's almost like if you're standing on a bridge and on the other side is this portal and you're being told, strip everything down, come to me with the purity of your heart and only that, and you shall pass through the portal. Well, for you to strip everything down includes, it's almost like includes the things that somehow keep this bridge glued together. So the minute you strip everything down, the bridge falls apart and you can't even get to the portal. It's kind of what that feels like. So you want me to be honest. I'm being honest. So I'm trying to find, I don't know, a solution here. The Seven of Wands. This, it feels like the reliability. So it's almost like you're holding the bridge. The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. Jeez. You know, I do feel like you carry a heavy weight. I'm just going to say it, Pisces. I mean, I know my Pisces friend carries a heavy weight. I always go to her when I need, like, to feel good. It's just her aura. Like, it's just her aura. But then I do try to be there to defend her when she needs it. To be like, fiery bitch. Nobody's going to touch you today. Like, yeah. I just keep hearing everyone is so untrue. And that Billy Joel song, the chorus just keeps going over and over and over again in my head. Honesty. It's such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Maybe people have promised you things too at work and that hasn't happened. Everyone is so untrue. Just, well, the basis of the world is so untrue. Okay, there's it. This is where we're trying to go with this. I mean, the basis of existence in the world is so untrue. Oh my God. I'm finished pulling cards. Of course, we're going to end with the Three of Swords at the bottom. But I was just watching the craziest stuff on YouTube sometimes. The cranes. So I started watching these interesting... Every time I start to watch something that's kind of like relaxing, now maybe this what happens to you, Pisces. It's like I kind of delve myself into something that seems really beautiful and I want to just kind of absorb that. So watching different, you know, they have webcams for different nests of different types of birds all over the place. It's fascinating watching what they bring into the nest and how the babies grow. And oh my God, don't watch cranes. Don't watch cranes. They are the worst parents ever. They're always flinging the babies out of the nest, or they just like grab them by the head and they hover them over the bling, and then they watch it fall. And then they look at the next one. Yeah, you're going too, kid. What the hell is wrong with this world? People are going to lie to you. People are going to throw you out of the nest. I'm telling you, it's not an easy go, no matter who you are or what you are when you come here. Just learn that. But then in some of these videos, I've watched the comments, and people say it's just nature taking its course because they're not getting enough food for the babies. So they have to fling them out of the nest. But then I've watched other ones, like this one was really bad. So there was two cranes, both cranes were in the nest. The babies looked fine. Like it didn't look like anyone was starving. And so this is the story. A new female flew into the nest and she wanted that male for a mate. So she took the babies and she flung them out. And he didn't do anything. I was like, oh my God. So Pisces, I don't know what to tell you. It's a cold, cruel world. And maybe you're the only reliable thing in it right now. For who is in your world. So on some level, don't lose that. Don't become the crane that flings things out of the nest because this world sucks. Why shouldn't I just suck with it? Yeah, right? Like you can be a good Pisces. You can be a bad Pisces. I've met like so many signs, like good and bad. And I want to say a Pisces is the one sign that can be so pure and absolutely the saving grace of this earth. But it can also be the most toxic thing. I'm telling you. And a disguise, like just an incredible disguise. If I had known anything about, if I had had any idea how toxic that guy was. But then people don't wait. See, that's the other thing too. Oh, no, people will wait. They will wear these masks. I hear you. They will wear masks and they will pretend to be someone until they kind of get you hook, line, and sinker. Until you've made some sort of an investment in them. And then it's like pulling swords out of you, right? Like pulling these swords out of you for who this person portrayed themselves to be, and then who you discover them to be. It's like, holy crap. And Pisces also being very intuitive, being very empathic, being very mutable. You will draw in the crap. I'm just being honest with you. You're going to draw crap in. You're going to draw in devilish energy because it feeds off of you, because you are the nurturer. I even just admitted, like my Pisces friend, when I'm having a really rough go, if I'm getting death threats through the email or whatever, which I don't have anymore, yeah, I feel so good after I've spent like even just a couple of hours with her. So A, it's important to cleanse yourself, and B, it's important to have boundaries, right? It's very important to have boundaries, and it's important to know that the world sucks. This planet is cruel, baby. It's cruel on so many levels. But if we all just allow that to take over who we are and just say, oh, screw it, it's easy just to be as cruel as everyone else on this planet. Where will I go when I need to get some Piscean energy? So, I don't know where this is going to go in the extended. I'm going to go and do that and pull out cards and see what happens. Until next time, Pisces, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.